I have for you, I can't deny. She doesn't treat you the way you want it to.
Welcome back to another episode of Girl Huh with Maya. It's your girl Maya, and I'm back to review Zatima season 2, episodes 11 and 12. Um, Episode 11 was titled Out of Love, and episode 12 was titled Risky Business. If you hear a little noise in the background, it's because I'm driving. So, episode 11 begins with Zach sitting in the living room after the argument, after the breakup, basically, after Fatima said it was over. And Fatima returns with Angela to get her stuff. But before she can get her stuff, she's intercepted by Zach, and Zach is highly upset. And he repeatedly keeps asking her, what are your deal breakers? What are your deal breakers? And at this time, Fatima not trying to hear. It's just really like, get out my face, please. So she didn't answer. She said, I'm not going to do this with you. So she didn't answer. He said, your deal breakers are don't lie and don't cheat. And you lied. And what did she lie about? Y'all ask. She lied about the therapist. That she got the therapist, like the recommendation from the therapist from Paul. And we know Zach is not feeling Paul at all. He feels like Paul wants Fatima, which is true. He does. So he's right about that. So he was like, you know what? I ain't even good on you because you said it was her. So he got on Angela because that's what Fatima initially said, that Angela, the doctor was Angela's friend. Angela was like, oh no, she was just trying to help you. Help me. What's so wrong with me? What's so wrong with me? Fatima, what's so wrong with me? So Fatima said, what's wrong with you is you won't let me love you. So he was like, girl, I let you love me all the time. And in Fatima's mind, loving him saying that means sex. And she was like, sex? He was like, that's part of it. And she was like, whatever. So he got to the point where he was like, you know what? I don't even, when she said the sex, she was like, so do you love her too? And he was like, who are you talking about? Because I think we all know that he didn't sleep with Connie. Like, Connie's not even on his mind. She was like, who? And he was like, she said, Connie. And I guess, he was blown because, like, why are you even bringing her up? And he mad. So he was like, yep, I love her and I fucked her. Big Tima put her hand back as far as she could and slapped fire out of Zach. And I wonder how DeVal felt after how she slapped him, because she slapped the hell out of him. So he was like, you got to go. He said, get out of here. Gone. And you bitches. Now he calling Angela all type of bitches, and I didn't appreciate that because he don't even know. Angela was the one that told Fatima this is not a good idea, because as soon as Zach figures out who you met this doctor through, it's gonna be a big deal. So I didn't appreciate him disrespecting Angela like that. I thought that was so unnecessary. So anyway, he was like, go, bye. She was like, I ain't going nowhere. So she sat down, and he was like, you really trying me? Like, Fatima, go, like, leave. She sat down, and then he was like, okay, you trying me. And he was like, yeah, I fucked her hard. And my girl took that ring off and a nice jump shot it right at his chest. And he was like, just leave. And she was like, nope, we're going to talk about this. Now, she should have left. Just let it, like, you came to get your stuff and leave, because obviously, it's escalating. So she was like, nope, we're going to talk about this. And he was like, man, whatever. So she was like, we're going to talk about it because I don't put up with a lot. Which she has. All his baby mamas, Karen. But then she said the trigger word. She said, you going to do me like this about your mammy? All because of your mammy? And he lost it. He told that condo slap up. So he throwing stuff. She like, man, whatever. Angela like, please, let's go. Angela is me in the heated situation. Can we go home, please? Please, let's go. Let's just go. So she tore it up, and then Fatima straightened her back, and she said, I've been keeping these niggas off me out of respect for you. But since you don't respect me, I ain't I'm gonna do me now. I'm not keeping these niggas up off me. And Zach looked her dead in the eye and said he don't care. So I might be like jumping between both episodes. I don't know. I'm gonna be confused. So when we return, we see Fatima's mom coming down the stairs of her house, and her and Fatima's stepdad had a conversation about how she was just a little bit too much with Zach, but the mama just feel like her daughter too good for Zach, and that's her. I think that's any parent's right to feel like their child is just it or whatever. But the daddy was like, you just was being too hard, you did a little too much or whatever. So he had that. But anyway, she was on her way to Fatima, but then Fatima had came over, explained that they had broken up, and the dad, you could tell the stepdad was kind of disappointed because I think from what I'm getting, he sees some of himself in Zach. So he wasn't proud of, like, he wasn't happy that they broke up. Mama was like, yeah, that's goody for them. But she was trying to come to get some stuff, but her mom was like, girl, that stuff old, and she left. So Fatima didn't move back. She moved in with Angela. Then we see Zach, where is that? Zach sitting in his office. I don't even know the point of that office because he don't work. He don't do nothing. Like, he just be in there. Somebody said he be in there playing solitaire, like Minecraft. He just in there twiddling his thumb. He done rented that space for nothing. So he in there twiddling his thumb, and then Bryce comes talking about some offer, some building, something. I really, like, honestly, y'all, like, seriously, the side characters, I just really do not care about them. So if I kind of skip over something, you can charge it to my heart and my mind, because I really just don't give a damn. Like, the side characters are just not like people I care about. They're just there. No disrespect to those actors, Tyler Perry, keep black actors working. I love it. Anyway, so so he's talking to Bryce, and Bryce was like, yeah, we need to get on this, and he's just not interested. First of all, because I'm like he said, he don't have the money, and secondly, like, his heart is broken. Like, he's dealing with heartache. That's one of the hardest things, to go to work with something like kind of eating you up. But anyways, Dumb and Tweedledee and Tweedledummer came in, which is Tony and Nathan. His friends came in, and first of all, Nathan, why is you on Fatima page anyway? So he was like, your girl got single on her page, and Zach was like, what you mean? And he brought up, yeah, we broke up. She believed I hunched Connie. Nathan excited like she did it, and then Tony looking at him like, Tony maybe don't get on my nerve as much as Nathan does. He's just not. I mean, he doesn't do anything for me. But he was like, he didn't do it. He was like, unlike you, Zach went up there. He would have been up there for more than 10 minutes. Like, he said, me and Zach, we ain't quick pumpers like you. We go the distance. So he said all of that, and Zach was laughing, kind of giggling about. He was like, yeah, but he was like, I didn't, but she thought I did. This, that, and the third. Nathan just happy that they broke up, so they done pumped Zach up. Zach attack. They was like, well, you single, Zach attack, let's go out. Okay, so that was that. Well, then Fatima's at home with Angela, and she was basically got off work. They had him a glass of wine. They said they was gonna spark up a little spliff or whatever, hit him a little something. I'm sorry if you hear all this thing in the background. These roads are a little bad, but they was finna lighten them up a little, a little 1-2, do them a little smoky smoke, and but Fatima was like, she called Paul. She called Paul and basically invited Paul to come out. And Paul's thirsty. He's desert dry for Fatima, so he was like, yeah. But this is what I'm trying to remember. I thought she didn't keep his number, so Big Tima. So she called him. She was like, I'm getting back to me. And Angela was like, do you think that's a good idea? Because Angela she done got on my nerve, but Angela's being realistic. Like, girl, y'all just been broken up for like maybe 15 hours, and you already talking about moving on. Like, you really finna move on? And she was like, yeah, I'm getting back to me. Well, then we see that Fatima dad goes to visit Zach, and he gives him a pep talk, like, don't first of all, don't get it fucking twisted. I'm just a nigga from Chicago, like, whatever. Don't get it confused, and like basically like let him know, like, if you really want her, fight for her, because you're gonna keep messing around in the same way you want. It's gonna be somebody ready to wrap her up. And that he basically had a situation kind of like Zach's with Fatima's mom, Oh yeah, and Deja. I mean, Deja's funny every now and then, but I just don't care about her neither. Deja was on the balcony with her neck brace on, playing her part, still trying to play injured, basically. All in Zach and what is Fatima's stepdaddy name? I don't know. Stepdaddy was in stepdaddy business. Stepdaddy was playing and being a little flirtatious, and Zach said, "You gonna mess up and get your wife. Your wife will come fuck you up." Because I'm like, exactly. Especially she's from kin to Madam. If that's how Fatima kin to Madam, it's a mess. So he basically told him like, fight for it. Like you, Fatima, she really love you. Like she don't want nobody else. She wants you, but you just finna self sabotage that you gonna mess up a good thing. So he took heed to it, and Fatima, Paul, Angela, and I want to say his name was Sam, Paul's friend Sam, because Fatima asked Angela, "Hey, my homegirl coming out, tell your team, come fuck with my team." And they did that Travi. So she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna bring a friend." So they brought Sam. Sam was also, if y'all ever seen the Michelet Lifetime movie, Sam is he played Dr. Dre in that movie. And then I think he also was in this. It was a TV One movie where he kidnapped his baby mama and held her captive, and Bow Wow had to go get a psychic to say where she was at. The psychic found her through her mind or whatever. Anyway, so they're having a good time. They're at an open mic night. Well, long and behold, when they look up who at the open mic night, it's Belinda. Belinda is hosting. So Andrew's like, "Ah, shit, we got to go." She's like, "Team, we got to go." And she was like, "What?" And when she left the sign, she said, "Oh, yeah, we got to go." And when she stood up to leave, Belinda went to this whole spiel about her homegirls in there. Well, one of her homegirls, because her and the other one fell out, but the other one could sing, and like she really hoped to get their friendship back, blah, blah, blah. Well, Fatima was kind of like, fuck her, and was finna leave. But then when she turned around, she saw Zach, Tony, and Nathan. And Zach was just kind of looking like, man, you really out here with this nigga or whatever. But that was there. So Fatima got up and went and sung "Falling" by Alicia Keys, and I thought that was nice that Tyler allowed Crystal to display her singing talent. That's nice, or whatever. So she sung her song, looking just as Zach. That's why I understand how Paul, like, you can have a crush. I don't mind her having a crush, right? But like, it's just so obvious. Like, the lady is, you basically being used, and I get it. Like, yeah, you using me, but I'm getting something out of it. But are you really, like, are you going to end up with hurt feelings? I hope not, because he seems to be a decent guy. Like, it's given very much, this is Fatima's Aaron. Even though I'm side eyeing Aaron a little bit on sisters, like, but I have a theory. I'm just gonna put this right here and let me know if you guys want to make a video about it. But I have a theory that Tyler Perry might end up having Aaron and Pam being the thing. I don't know. That's just my theory. Anyway, so she sang the song. They got to leave. Angela stayed back with Sam. And Zach walked up on Angela like, "Hey, who this?" I would have said, "None of your motherfucking business, nigga. Stop. Don't talk to this bitch." Remember, I was all them bitches don't speak to me, but she didn't. She was like, "Hey, Zach, this Sam." Or, "Hey, Sam, Angela, Fatima at your house?" She was like, "Why would I tell you?" Like, "No, why would I tell you that?" And man, he's like, "She is." Angela was too calm for me, because I would have been like, "Don't come." I would have had a made like, "Don't come to my house, because I'm gonna do something to you. And I'm gonna pull that heat out on you. I'm gonna call the 50 on you, because after all those B words you was throwing, ain't no way." So that happened or whatever, and so Angela was like, "We got to go." So Angela was like, "They not finna tear my house up." So Angela got over there. We see Fatima and Paul about to get, they about to, she trying, but she couldn't get. Basically, that thing wasn't jumping for Paul. It wasn't, the faucet wasn't turning on for Paul. And they had a really adult conversation just about, both of them have been in therapy, and they both know basically it wouldn't be it wouldn't be nothing more than just her trying to get revenge, because she loves Zach. So, but he said, "The son, you can keep on using me till you use me up." Like, he want her so much that he do it, because I do get what he was saying. He's like, we're equally yoked. Like, we like the same things. Like, we have the same thoughts about things. But like my mom always say, opposites attract. You always attract your opposite. So that discussion happened. She stopped. And then Angela came in with Sam, and she was like, "Y'all, you got to go, Paul." And Fatima like, "Girl, why you throwing out? First of all, it's her house. She could throw anybody out. You are a guest." So she was like, "Well," she said, "Zach is on the way." How you know that? Just know that I know Zach is on the way. Y'all ain't finna tear my house up. And I was like, I agree, Angela. If they want to tear a house up, they need to go back to their house and tear it up like they did. So she was like, "You ain't gotta go, Paul." She was like, "Yeah." Well, when Paul was leaving, Zach was outside. They met face to face, and they had a little, discussion. Zach, I'm gonna tell you, that's sure a little maturity on Zach's side. Cause I thought he was gonna be wild and like Tony was, but Tony was doing all that extra stuff, and Paul was like, "I mean, she wants you. She ain't stunning me. Like, you a lucky man." He was like, "I know." So they did that. So then Zach basically busted Angela's house, put his hand on her face, like he keep trying Angela. And the crazy thing is, she's on his side. She better than me, because I've been to start pushing my friend to Paul, because why you keep trying me? And basically she was like, "Go home, Zach. Try another day. Mind your business. Fatima, I love you." And Fatima, first of all, she took off running and hid behind him behind like a wall, and listened to him profess his love for her. And that was basically episode 11. Now episode 12. Let me see, y'all. My mind just went blank. Episode 12. Oh, let me go back. We come to find out that Nathan and Belinda have been messing around. Let me get like the secondary stuff out the way. We find out that Nathan and Belinda have been messing around. Whoop-de-doo. Of course, the two most trifling of them all have a connection. Nathan asked Zach, "Do she care?" He care. Zach was like, "No, like she's not special to me at all." And basically, she ain't special to Nathan either. Nathan just, his Lori ain't stunting him. His wife don't got time for him. So there was a conversation where Zach talked to them outside, and Angela, Nathan, all of Tony, and all of them kind of ran each other outside or whatever. And this episode, it was really about Zach wanting to get therapy. He was really thinking about therapy. He had some people encouraging him, like Fatima's dad in the last episode encouraged him to sit down and talk to somebody, because I forgot, Fatima's stepdad told him like, "Hey, black men, black people in general, we go through so much, so why not sit down and talk to somebody about what we're going through? And you as a black man, why not?" So he encouraged him. Mr. Brown brother from the play, who worked in Tony barbershop, he didn't, but and he had a nice conversation with Bryce, and Bryce was like, "Hey," the guy was asking Bryce about the therapist, and he was like, "Do you think I need therapy?" Bryce said, "It's not about what I think. Do you think you need it?" Like, the guy seems legit. We all need somebody to talk to. Like let's take the stigma out of therapy. That's cool. Well, this episode was kind of like filler. So Angela and Fatima have a conversation, and Angela's like, basically like, "Fatima, like, he's pitiful. Like, he didn't mean no harm." But Fatima whole thing is, "I got to teach him." What I'm getting, basically, my girl said, "I got to teach him a lesson." I didn't get like I'm never going back to him. I just got to let him know, like, the same way, like, he want me, like, don't ever get it twisted. Like, I got to show him. Because I'm at the point where I think she know he didn't sleep with Connie. I don't think she believes that he slept with Connie either. So I'm just like, yeah, she know he ain't super country. This is just all a lesson learned. Like, I'm gonna show you, like, you tried it, so I'm gonna like rope you in. So she said, "Angela, we just got to show them, like, I can't let no man run all over me. I got to let him know that his behavior wasn't right or whatever." But then now she said she gonna go out with Paul again, because she saw Paul earlier and was like, "Hey, let's do dinner." He was like, "Cool." So they're going on dinner. But Angela was like, "You don't even like him. Like, you don't even like him like that. Do you even like him like that?" She was like, "He nice. You don't like him." So basically, he just something to do until what I really want to do, get themselves together. And from what I'm getting, he's accepting of that. So I can't even be like mad on Paul's behalf. He get what he get, and he don't have a fit. If his feelings get real hurt, that's his problem, because he already knew what it was. He know that he is just something to play around with, something to make an example out of. So Angela's basically team Zach. Well, the doctor, the therapist, I'm gonna get his name next time. Y'all can't think of it. The therapist called Fatima and was like, "Hey, I need you to come see me." And she was like, "Doc, I've been through therapy. I'm good." He was like, "No, it's something pertaining to Zach. So I was like, something pertaining to Zach? Like, why would you call her? That's Zach business. How you, that's like, ain't that therapy 101 confidentiality? But anyway, she was like, okay, I'll come. So then we see Zach go out to the projects with his to visit his mom and brother, and I guess his brother on that shit too, cause he was over there fidgeting and shaking like Pookie from New Jack City. So that, I'm sorry, I just saw that Rachel Farrell is not doing too well. I got scared for a minute. I thought about to say she was gone, but prayers up to her. That's one of the greatest voices of all time. But anyway, he sees his brother and mom like, hey, can I talk to y'all? First of all, he ran into Connie, and basically like that whole scene shows that he don't take Connie seriously. Like, that's just something, that's just my little high school thing, we practice on each other. Like, she's funny, like he said, you always make me laugh. But I do think he need to stop. He might just like, hey boo, like, chill out with the sexual jokes, because he was like, I'm good on that. You gonna always make me laugh, blah blah. And she was like, oh, you hear my, get lower, that's my coochie purr for you. Like, he don't take her seriously. Like, there's no attraction to Connie whatsoever, as far as like him really wanting to do that. Like, been there, done that. So I think that scene basically nipped that in the bud. Well, anyway, he's talking to Gladys and Jeremiah, his mom and brother, and basically they on something like, we ain't finna talk to you unless you give us some money, blah blah blah. Well, he was like, come on, I got y'all. And they both went. And then when Fatima gets to the therapist's office, we see her walk in, and when she walks in, it's Zach, his mom, and his brother, and she just looking at the doctor like, what in the world? So that was episode 11 and 12. What did you guys think of it? Like, I think most of us know, I'm enjoying the ride, because I think most of us know they're going to end up back together anyway. Like, none of us are stupid enough to think like this is it. No, they're definitely going to end up back together, which is fine by me. I guess I'm just excited to see like the process of them getting back together and how they got to where they were in season 6 of Sisters. And maybe this journey was why, like, we'll see how calm Zach is. I guess we're seeing a Zach that's going through therapy on season 6. How like calm he was with a lot of the stuff, because he was calm, and Big Tima was doing busted in on people's houses, trying to kick down your door and slap your chick. But I'm excited. Next episode is gonna be the date. I guess she's gonna go to therapy and then still go on the date with Paul after Zach pour his heart out. But like I said, I think Fatima's whole plan is she knows she's going back to her man. Like, her man. Like, it's like everybody knows they're going back together. I think her mindset is, I'm gonna show you, like, shame on you. Like, don't play with me. Like, I'm gonna show you. Like, she's going to show Zach better than she can tell him, but she's going back. So I'll see you again next week for episode 13 and 14. Have a good one.
Yeah, it's all I want us to be. Oh yeah, you're the one for me. I know that you're somebody else's guy, but these feelings that I have for you I can't deny. She doesn't treat you